How are we doing, guys? Always to be Huddersfield versus Leeds match preview of the game. I apologise this is late, guys, but Conor and Joe have already put up their previews, and I'm sure you will have already checked that out. But if you haven't done, make sure you check out Conor and Joe's match previews of the game as well. But guys, this is massive. You know, it's a massive opportunity to prove our promotion credentials, because this is the big game. You know, in a sense that we've had a similar types of game already this season in Charlton and Millwall away, and we failed in both occasions. The occasions got to us, we made the wrong decisions, we didn't perform to our capability, and yeah, this is a massive chance to put that right. You know, it's a very similar type of game. It's a very physical game. It's a game where we're going to, and the team, we're going to dominate possession. You know, it's a game where we're going to have a lot of the ball. You know, Huddersfield are a very direct team under the Cowleys, but they're effective. They are effective, to be fair. You know, you have to say, yes, the last couple of weeks the results haven't been so good, but they are effective. There's no doubt about it. They are an effective team. You know, I think they are going to gradually move up the table onto the Cowleys. You know, they've got very much a team that's, you know, very physical, has got that capability to bully us. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of physical mismatches. We've just got to make sure that we don't come into situations where they're going to be able to use that to their advantage. You know, in terms of balls coming into the box, set pieces, we've just got to make sure we keep the control of the game. From that first minute, we're dominating that game. You know, we're getting on the ball, Click's getting on the ball, Hernandez is dictating play, etc, etc. Ben White's getting comfortable in that holding midfield role, because let's not forget, Ben White has got the quality to play that midfield role, absolutely no question about it. He's played it for Newport from time to time. I think he played it a couple of times for Peterborough last season. He's got the quality to play that position, as he has at right back as well. But you can't underestimate how big a challenge it is, you know, going from centre back to holding midfield. The differences in fitness is absolutely unbelievable. The difference in fitness between being a holding midfielder and a centre back. Yeah, I know I've got limited football experience, but I can sort of say from that experience that the difference in how much running you do is absolutely dramatic. It doesn't matter what kind of tactics you play. It's very true. You know, especially in this team with a single pivot, it's going to have to do a lot of running. It's absolutely simple as that. I'm not saying Ben White's not fit, but it's going to be completely different in terms of the running to what it would be for a normal game for him. In terms of the last 20 minutes of the game, it might be hard, because when you're not used to playing that and suddenly you're covering sort of, you know, 2 or 3 times more distance than you would normally as a centre back, because as a centre back, compared to the rest of the team, you're not really covering much. You know, compared to a full back, a holding midfielder, a winger, especially in this team, they're probably having the least amount of running to do. So it is a challenge in that sense, in terms of quality, in terms of tackling, in terms of reading of the game. Yes, from time to time it will be different. It might take Ben White 20 minutes or so to get into the game. It might not. But the thing is, he's got the quality. We've just got to persevere and just hope that he feels the game. And I think he will. I've got the 100% confidence in Ben White that he will do that. You know, because nothing phases him. But there might be the odd time where Ben White is a little bit uncharacteristic. We've just got to anticipate that as a team and make sure that everyone else is doing their job. You know, if Ben White misses a tackle or is a little bit out of position, one of those 3 centre backs is closing the space, etc, etc. We've just got to make sure we cover for each other, and we're a team tomorrow. That's the big thing. We're a team tomorrow, because we're going to be in an atmosphere where we're playing a team that's going to be desperate to beat us. You know, no mistake about it. You know, I've got no problems with Huddersfield at all, but they will want to win that game tomorrow. Absolutely no question about it. They'll want to derail our promotion bid. It's not been a good start to the season for them. It's potentially their biggest game of the season. We've got to anticipate that. The crowd's going to be up for it. The players are going to be up for it. They're going to be trying to wind us up. Everything. You know, we've got to expect. We've got to learn from the mistakes we made against Charlton and Millwall, where we got to. You know, I know Charlton, it's not a particularly vocal crowd, but in terms of the players they have, they're very physical players. You know, the players that can very much wind you up. We've just got to make sure we don't make that mistake again. You know, and get too wound up in the game, and lose track of where we are. You know, as a team. You know, we're going to have to accept that we're going to get high pressed. You know, the midfielders going to get high pressed. Trevor Chalobah, Jonathan Hogg are going to high press us. They're very intense players. You know, they're very tenacious players. They're going to high press us. They're going to try and get in our faces. We've got to have to use that quality to play through that. Because there's going to be moments where we lose the ball in bad areas. There's going to be moments where we don't get a decision off a referee, etc, etc. Or something bad happens in the game. We've got to recover from that and anticipate the situations. Because this is a very, very difficult game. It's a rivalry to an extent. You know, I think Huddersfield are desperate to win this game. We've got to accept that, and we've got to show that we can perform in these situations. Because last season we froze in these kind of games, in these kind of physical games. Away from home, we froze. We didn't show any quality on the ball. Defensively, we were a little bit all over the place. We got bullied a little bit. We've got to show we've learned from that. And yet, then that's absolutely massive. And in terms of where we are in the league, you know, 40 points from 19 games. I'm not really paying much attention to the fact we're 5 points clear. I'm not really paying much attention to the table at this moment of the season, guys, because for me, the table doesn't become relevant until the last 10 games. You know, you look at it now, I think the only target for me now for this team would be to maintain 2 points a game. 2 points a game, we know at this level is enough for promotion. It's been enough for promotion every single year of the Championship. Every single year since sort of the 2000s. I'm not sure how far you want to go back, but from what I've seen, every single year, 2 points a game has been enough to get promoted at this level. It might not be enough to win the title, but it's been enough for the top two. We've got to make sure in the context of 2 points a game, we're at where we need to be, because in this level, points get dropped all over the place. You know, it's all right saying we're 5 points clear, but things can change as quickly at this level. Things can change very quickly. So for me, the bigger target has got to be to maintain 2 points a game. If that means against Fulham and West Brom, we have to accept a point. We have to accept a point. You know, there's going to be times this time in this run of games, which is absolutely horrendous, by the way. Huddersfield away, Hull at home, Cardiff home, Fulham away, Preston home, Birmingham away, West Brom away. We're going to drop some points in that run of games. It's very good. I can't see us winning the vast majority of those games, being totally honest. No matter how good a team we are, we're going to drop the odd point in there. No doubt about it. We just got to make sure that we don't go on a slump in that run of games. It's very easy for us to lose one of those games and then lose the next one and the next one. We've got to be very aware of that. We had that last season where it sort of came out of nowhere. We went on that bad run. We faced a tough run of games. We've just got to accept that, you know, some of the games we're going to have to accept that in times of the game we're going to have to be second best. We've got to show that resilience we've shown in the last couple of weeks. It's certainly not going to be like it was against Middlesbrough, which was a walk in the park. Let's be honest, it was a walk in the park that game. They didn't press us at all. They very much played to our strengths. We're going to face a totally different challenge altogether tomorrow, but I think we've got the quality to cope with it. You know, I think on the counter-attack, Helder Costa, we've got the pace. Bamford's using his physical strength very, very well. We've got the ability to cope with that. We've just got to make sure that defensively, we've been superb all season, we don't get bullied, because there is a very big risk of us getting bullied. I think Grant is a striker who rate quite a lot. You know, I think certainly in the air he's one of the most aerially dominating strikers in the league. Very good striker for me, one of the best strikers in the league as well. I've said about Chalobah and Hogg, very, very tenacious. They're not going to let us play from that midfield as much as we could against Middlesbrough. We have to move the ball out wide from time to time. We're going to have to use the width quite a bit. We're going to have to use all the different tools we have. You know, we've got loads of different tools in this team, but we're going to be tested. We're going to be tested to our full tomorrow, guys. And that's all I can say really. Tactically, there's not a lot in this game. You know, I don't think it's going to be a particularly tactical game. You know, I think Huddersfield are going to be athletic. They're going to really press us. They're going to launch the ball forward. They're not going to play the most thrilling football in the world, but they have a plan. You know, I know they've lost the last couple of games, but they have a plan. You know, they went to Brentford and won. That's not an easy thing to do. You know, kept clean sheets at Brentford and won the game away from home. Very, very few teams will do this season. I don't think another team. I wouldn't be surprised if no other team wins at Brentford this season. You know, I think they're a very formidable team. So that shows what they're about. You know, they've won a game like that. They picked up some really good results. I think they absolutely hammered Hull. You know, I think it's a couple of months ago now, but they have this quality in their team. Yes, not in the best moments at this moment in time, but we're going to have to be at our best tomorrow. No question about it. But guys, I've been rambling. I don't think it's a particularly tactical game. We've got to just make sure we play the occasion. So I'm completely wrong way around. We play the game, not the occasion. We don't get too emotionally attached to the game. We don't get wound up. We just stick to our plan. Yes, there might be iffy moments where they win the ball high up the pitch, etc., but we keep doing what we do. Like we did against Reading, like we did against Luton. It's not going to be all our own way tomorrow. We just got to stick to what we do and use that bench if we need to as well. It's people like Eddie Nketiah having that pace. But I'm confident tomorrow, guys. I'm up for this tomorrow. Just yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's just making sure we're at our absolute best tomorrow. And that has to be 100% the aim. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've been Oscar Marriott. See you later, guys.